All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning. My Thinkorswim is loading up, so I should be there in a second. Yeah, I'll just be just a second, guys. All right. So it's a little bit slower of a morning today, though. We've got some gappers, but it's not as active as it was yesterday or earlier this week. So, all right, guys. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the stocks on my list today. Man, GERN ended up coming all the way back down, or all the way back up yesterday. That's weird. GES, CEIN. I'm gonna look at some of the cannabis stocks today still. All right, let me go ahead and take this weight screen off so you guys can see. There we go. All right, guys. So watching ZYNE, TLYS, CGC, TRPX. Keeping an eye on these four. I've shared my watch list on Snaptrade, but I'll go ahead and send it to you guys here as well. So just give me a second. I guess I'm going to watch CRON. I think that's the most reasonable cannabis stock, and it's in my price range, and it's what I'm the most comfortable trading. So the cannabis stock's tanking some. Let's see, we got GEN. No, it's not GEN. GES is what it is. GES. Sheesh, I don't know about you guys, but that was loud on my headphones. Um, Hold on, man. That's way too loud. I'm going to turn the desktop audio down. Oh, no, the desktop audio is down. It must just be my computer. Alright, so CIEN is another one. What else? We got SIG is another one. INSY is another one. TLRY, and then I still need to kind of look at the rest of these stocks. I only have about 10 on my list thus far. Let me drink some of my bulletproof coffee. Alright, so let me catch back up on the chat. Sorry I'm a little late. Good morning, Seven. How you doing, brother? See, Seven, you still haven't gotten back to me on Discord, man. I sent you a message on Discord. I haven't heard back from you, brother. You sent me. I responded to your message, really. Good morning, Delta. Tiny. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Glenn. Good morning, Alicio Services. Hey, brother. I know you sent me a $5 donation yesterday, and I didn't even see it until after the stream ends. And so, really, really appreciate that $5 donation, Alicio Services. Really means a lot, brother. Appreciate the $5 dono, man. Appreciate the support. And sorry I just now am mentioning it, and I didn't mention it yesterday. I just missed it yesterday, but really appreciate the $5 dono and the $5 super chat, bro. So, means a lot, man. Appreciate it. Good morning, Glenn. Deep Fake, good morning. Yeah, man. Seven says, I tried to warn everyone getting excited about AFMD yesterday. Now I'm holding 20 bags. Yeah, I just don't. I have a very specific swing trading setup, and I rarely even trade it. AFMD still up a ton from 155, and so I'm probably still gonna watch AFMD, just because it's up so much from this 155 area. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Arian's World. Mike FCEL. Let's look at FCEL. Small range. Don't like it. No volume. Alright, so yeah. I'm going to go ahead and add my watch list to the chat. There's my watch list. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and share this on Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. What's today? The 30th? Today's the 30th, right? 8:30. Yeah, I think today's the 30th. Okay. Alright. I don't know why every time I log on to Twitter or Facebook or in Chrome, it's super slow. I like Chrome. I think Chrome's a better browser, but for some reason for Twitter it just acts funny. Alright, so, yeah, you can see ZYNE is probably my biggest watch today. Gapping up from 8 to 870, went all the way to 950. Gonna look for it to fill some of this gap on the way down, back down to $8. Especially if it breaks under this 850 support, I'm gonna look at shorting it possibly, and so gonna watch that one. You know, it's not as good of a day as the last few days in the week. Also going to watch TRPX. I'm just hoping I can trade some of these, and so let's see if I can actually trade them. I think I can trade ZYNE. Yeah, I was pretty confident I could. It doesn't look like I could, you know, a lot of times I can even tell before I look at the stock if it's going to be tradable. And like I was going to say, TRPX is not looking like it's going to be tradable. The reason is because the volume was so low previously. And for a stock to be tradable on TEFs and TradeNet, it has to have at least 500,000 shares traded in the last few months. And it just doesn't look like this had it. You know, look how slow this was previously. And so, you know, I could kind of see that one coming. Now, TLYS, on the other hand, looks a little bit better. It still doesn't look great. I'm still not super confident this one's going to be tradable either, but let's see. TLYS. Nope. TLYS is not tradable either. AFMD isn't either. So, another day with a lot of stocks that aren't tradable. CGC is tradable. GES is tradable. SIG is tradable. SIEN is tradable. INSY is tradable. TLRY is tradable. And so, yeah, most of the stocks, I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3 out of, what is this? About 3 out of 10, you know, about 30% aren't tradable out of my watch list. And so frustrating, but not a deal breaker. I still have ZYNE. Still going to watch the cannabis stocks. There's a few other ones that I'm keeping an eye on as well. But frustrating for sure. I'm going to watch INSY. I like this one as well. So keep an eye on that. Going to move up. CIEN. And let me know if you see anything that pops up, because CIEN. There we go. And I guess GES can be here. Gonna keep an eye on the cannabis stocks though. That's really what I'm looking at. So Cron, TLRY. They're gapping down, but they're moving, so I'm still gonna watch them. But yeah, that's my list. It's really time for me to get a new laptop. My laptop is just going out. I gotta like adjust the screen in order to get the screen to work. If not, it's just like a plain white screen. I mean, I wouldn't say the cannabis stocks are running. They're still moving, but they're actually gapping down. You know, like for instance, CRON is gapping down from 12.74 to 11.85, roughly 90 cents or so, 95 cents or so. And so they're gapping down, but the volume's still pretty good in this sector. You know, big support at 11.50 for CRON, and so I'm still gonna watch it. What's up, Kodak Troll? IGC is cheap. Yeah. I mean, IGC's not doing that bad. Let's see if they ever added IGC to TEFs. Nope. They never added it. I'm just going to have to stick with CRON. I got Cron, IGC, AC, BFF, and they are all following what TLY and CGC did. Yeah, Cron, IGC, TLRY, and CGC are all cannabis-related stocks. Those are all cannabis stocks. Yep. Good morning, CoinFox. Frank, what's up, brother? The MTSL, REIS. Let's check those out. Ooh, I didn't even see MTSL. Appreciate that. I missed this one. It looks good. I don't know how I missed that one. And it's tradable for sure. This one's staying on my watch list. What's the other one you mentioned? REIS. I don't like that one as much. But the rest look good. I'll be right back, guys. So just give me a second. I'll be right back, and we'll go over the news on the catalyst on these stocks. So 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we have ZYNE, MTSL looking good. What's the other one I had here? TLRY, TLYS, I think is one. Yeah, TLYS looks good. This one should be tradable too. No, TLYS isn't tradable either. Man. CIEN looks good. CIEIN is tradable. Alright, so yeah, these are the ones I'm watching. These are all tradable too, so that's good. So yeah, so let's check out the news. Good morning, Huguetes. What's up, brother? Good morning, Cody, NYC. Good morning, CVM, KTWO. Go away. CVM. Yeah, CVM doesn't look too bad. KTWO. It looks like an acquisition or a merger of some type. Alright. So, today's news is brought to you by SnapTrade. That's SNAPTRADE.US. If you haven't used SnapTrade before, it's an awesome free scanning tool for you to take advantage of. It has pre-selected scans without you even having to go to any other page but the home page. But what I've really been using them for is to build my watch list each morning. And I do share this watch list with a few people every morning on SnapTrade. And so if you want my watch list shared with you, all you have to do is sign up to SnapTrade. It's 100% free, and then send me your email or username and I'll add you to this watch list. And so yeah, you can see my watch list is here. It shows you a lot of good information like technical signal strength, PE ratio, market cap. The list goes on. And so it's a really huge, valuable scanner for traders to take advantage of. And it has a free scanner here as well with pre-selected scans. And so really cool free scanner for you to take advantage of. It has all these different tools to use, and you can see even without going anywhere, if I want to see the news on my watch list, all I have to do is click watch list right here and it pops up my watch list and shows me why it's making moves. It also shows me recent earnings, upcoming earnings, community, top movers, top losers, and a lot of other really cool free things for traders to take advantage of. And they use a lot of rules, and they really kind of target down on the best stocks in the market, specifically in the Discovery channel. And so go check them out. That's SnapTrade, SNAPTRADE.US. And today's news is brought to you by them. So let's go over the news on these stocks, see why some of this stuff is moving today. Good morning, Felix. Good morning, NYC, Tiny. Good morning. Good morning, Felix. DSP, good morning. Too much FOMO for an extra short. Diamond Gun, good morning. Tiny, good morning. Marijuana is legalized officially in Canada. Rec stores open. I'm expecting another jump in all pot stocks. I'm a trader noob, by the way, so don't take anything I say too seriously. On October 17th. Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of agree with that thesis a little bit. Good morning, Glenn. When I say not tradable, I mean I can't trade it on TEFs. And so if it has a Y under tradable, that means I can trade it, I can short it, I can go long. If it has an N or nothing under tradable, that means I can't trade it, I can't short it, I can't go long or anything. But yeah, the way they calculate if a stock is tradable or not, it has to have at least 500,000 shares traded in the last 3 months. And if it doesn't, it'll have an N or nothing, and it won't be tradable on TEFs. All right, Glenn. Sounds good, brother. It's max loss below 1,400. So, like, for instance, your max loss, Zing, I'm just going to pronounce your last name because it's easier. Your max loss is 13,300 with the intro package. So like with the $500 package, your max loss is 13,300. And so if your account's at 14K, it's a $700 max loss. But if it's at 15K, it's a $1,700 max loss. And so it doesn't follow you up. It's just at 13,300. Anything over 14K, like I said, if you bring it up to 15K, your max loss is effectively 1,700 instead of just 700. And so it goes up as you build your account. It's not a trailing max loss, if that makes sense. All right, guys, so let's go over the news. First one I'm looking at is ZYNE. ZYNE, top right chart. ZYNE a cannabis stock as well? Alright guys, but first off we got TRPX. I'm just going to go over the news just because this one's up. And TRPX is up on no apparent news. So moving on, looking at SIG. You can see SIG gapping up from 54.65 to 61.15. And SIG is up after the company reported better than expected earnings for its second quarter, and they also raised their forecast for 2019. And so good earnings, good press release came out for SIG. We'll see where that one goes. All right, TLYS. It's not tradable, but it might be tradable for you. You can see TLYS gapping up from 18 to 20.44. It is up on after it reported a second quarter earnings that beat the street expectations, and the company also issued strong third quarter guidance, and so TLYS is up on good earnings as well. ZYNE is not showing any catalyst. I think it's a cannabis stock, not 100% sure. If anybody knows if ZYNE is in fact a cannabis related stock, let me know. It looks like it. Oh no, it's Zynerba Pharmaceuticals. But why is this a cannabis stock? I mean, I guess this is a cannabis pharmaceutical company. For ZYNE, that's all I can really see. Moving on to MTSL. This probably looks like one of the better ones in this market right now, honestly, MTSL. But I'm not showing anything new on MTSL. And so if you know why MTSL is up, let me know. I don't see anything at this point. Also looking at CIEN, bottom left chart, CIEN. All right, so it sounds like CIEN is good third quarter earnings estimates. Whoa, that's loud, man. I got to turn this down. Appreciate the sub, Dagon. Welcome, brother. Or Dagos. Appreciate Dagozerian. Appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome, man. All right, so the company beat third quarter earnings and they estimates for CIEN. So good earnings on CIEN. A lot of earnings today. Next one I'm looking at is GES. You can see gapping up from 22.94 to 24.85. I'm guessing earnings as well, but let me actually look this up. Yeah, second quarter earnings came out yesterday, and that's really what's doing. So good earnings for GES again. And we also have INSY. INSY gapping up, you can see here from 796 to 842. Top left chart on my screen, top left. All right, so INSY is getting FDA fast track designation for their epinephrine nasal spray. And so FDA fast track news and release for INSY. And that's pretty good here. We'll see where this one goes. And that's about it. I mean, they got the cannabis stocks that are moving, but they're not really my favorite right now. They're gapping down. Most of them are, at least this morning. So that's it for this morning. That's what I'm looking at now. We'll see if anything else pops up. Oh, appreciate that, DSP. Appreciate that. Yeah, medical weed application. Got it. Got it. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So I haven't had a losing day since Wednesday of last week. In the last month, I'm averaging one losing day a week, and so we'll see if I can keep that going. Yesterday, I finally took the leap and used 300 shares, although I only made on average about 10 cents a share. After scaling in and out, I didn't make barely anything in my account, and so I need to hold it, have faith, have kind of work on the nerves a little bit, and I think that's kind of, I think it's kind of a process of kind of upping the share size. Yesterday I bought 300 shares and held that, didn't hold it for long, And then slowly I'm going to get better at holding 300 shares for a little bit longer. I'm going to get used to taking a little bit larger losses with 300 shares, and I can kind of slowly ease into using it. And so, yeah, but favorite watch is probably MTSL and ZYNE. These two are my favorite. We'll see where they go. I'm looking at this one down to 811. It's got a little bit of room down there. Maybe down to 840s as well, but, I don't know. We'll see. Looking at CINE2. Yeah, I traded GERN yesterday. Where's GERN? Let me know if anything pops up on y'all scanners. See if I can find anything. What do you guys think AFMD is going to do today? I might still watch AFMD. Let's see if this one's tradable. Nope. Still not tradable, unfortunately. BLIN's gapping up some. I really kind of wish I could trade TRPX. I do like that one. It's got a little bit of room down to at least 4. TOCA maybe. I'm just gonna have to wait it out. All right, so I still see some people talking about FCEL, ALRN. I mean, I've used a lot of different brokers, man. I don't like ALRN. But yeah, I've used a lot of different brokers. I've used, so just to list all the different brokers I've used, I have used SureTrader, UStockTrade, Robinhood, Webull, Thinkorswim. I feel like I'm missing one. Robinhood, Webull, UStockTrade, Tefs or TradeNet, SureTrader. I think it was 6 brokers. I've used 6 different brokers. I guess that's 6. Robinhood, Webull, SureTrader, UStockTrade, Tefs, TradeNet, and Thinkorswim. Yeah, that's 6. So I've used 6 different brokers. My favorite platform is honestly probably SureTrader. The DOS platform is probably my favorite one. I really liked Thinkorswims as well. The best fills is probably Tefs or SureTrader. SureTrader usually has pretty good fills, but Tefs and TradeNet, their fills are pretty legit. Cheapest commissions, obviously Robinhood and Webull. My favorite out of those two is probably Webull. It just lets you do more stuff. What's up, Manny? What's up, brother? Yeah, unfortunately, it's not tradable DSP on Tefs. All right, guys, but we have about 3 minutes. CRMD. Good morning, James. What's up, brother? Good luck, man. Good luck, man. I hope you do well, brother. I hope you do well, James. You got this, man. ATOS. I remember ATOS. Oh. I mean, it's had a lot of support at like 218, 220. So we'll see if it works out. Good luck, man. CIEN. So yeah, we'll see what the cannabis stocks do today. All right, guys. So we got all right. So we got 2 minutes. Yeah, but like I said, I'm usually looking to short some of these, specifically MTSL. Honestly, the biggest thing that worries me is because it does have some resistances here. If I can draw them here, maybe yeah, at the whole $1.02 down here, and so we'll see. We'll see if it can get under these. But yeah, looking for the fade, looking for the the VWAP fade. That's what I usually trade. CRON is starting to spike some. Spike back up maybe. If you look at CRON here, starting to spike. I'm assuming the rest of the cannabis stocks may start doing that too. What's the other one? TLRY. I don't know. CGC spiking, or no, CRON spiking up a little bit. We'll see where that one goes. Good morning, the best. All right, guys, we got less than a minute until the market opens. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Tippa. Hi, boss, if you see this. I don't know what you're talking about, Tippa. No spam in the chat, though. All right. So, CGC. Market opens up right now, so good luck, everyone. Here's the bell right here, so good luck, guys. All right, so we have CIEN pushing up some. Let's bring it on to 1 minute chart. I like the 1 minute a little bit better. We have SIG pushing up, CGC dropping, CRON dropping. We have MTSL falling some. A big drop on CRON, on CRON, and some of these other cannabis stocks are falling. All right, so I'm looking at MTSL for the fade here. Gonna look for maybe a move down to 210 and then a pull back to 220, 225 for the VWAP fade on MTSL. See if it gives me that pullback. Also ZYNE. VWAP needs to drop a little bit lower for ZYNE. Watching MTSL at this point. TLRY looked like a good fade just now, but missed it, and the spread's too gnarly on that one. At this point, I'm watching MTSL. It looks pretty good. CRON doesn't look that bad either. Kind of bummed out I didn't hit Cron here. That was a nice little fade. There's 220s on MTSL. Alright, I'm in with 200 shares on MTSL. Risk is 227, 228 or so. See if it gives me a drop. Tried to add another 100 there, didn't get the add. I just went ahead and added the other 100, so I'm holding 300 shares at this point. It's up to 224, 225. Got to be careful here. I really like that rejection. We'll see if it washes some more. Big wash on CIEN. Wow, look at that wash on CIEN. That's a crazy move there. Look at that wash. Yeah, I don't know if anybody just noticed CIEN there, but that is a ridiculous wash there. Huge wash. All right, there's 217s. Let's get a big drop here for MTSL, holding 300 shares. Down to 219. Let's see if we can get a bigger move here for MTSL. 218. The goal here with MTSL is a low of the day break here, down at 210. All right, there's 17, 16, looking good. 15, nice. I'm gonna take off 100 here, or 200. All right, so I just took off the main lot there. And I'm going to let this last little 100 shares work. See if we can get a wash down to, back under the low of the day. If it bounces here, that's fine. Down to 212, 214, 213. Gonna see if we can get a bigger wash here. Preferably, like I said, I want to see it hold under the low of the day at this point. I'm already made profits on this trade for sure. Now it's just about letting it run a little bit longer, down to 210. $209 looks good. 208, nice. 207, looks good. See if we can keep a bigger drop down to 2 at least. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for a $26 gain. I'll take that. Not too shabby here. Hey, I finally did it. I used 300 shares and I held it through the big move, so that's what I like to see. $26 gain. No losing days this week thus far, so definitely happy with that. Maybe I could have left a little 100 shares on the table, but beautiful VWAP fade on MTSL. Like I said, that was the move I was looking for. That was the fade. Definitely happy with that gain. All right, so let's see what else is moving right now. Kind of a slow day though, honestly. All right, so let me check back up on the chat. Hey, appreciate it, Rel. Yeah, man, I think I'm really doing much better at identifying the fade and managing my way through the trade. You know, I went for it that time. I took 300 shares. Didn't get a big enough gain, as big of a gain as I would like to. But, you know, I got it's definitely sufficient. You know, I've been slowly building this account back up, and I've been doing great with it, you know. And now it's just about slowly scaling up to larger sizing. And I think the last 2 days I've used 300 shares. So that's really the goal. So I made about 10 cents a share if you average. Not too shabby with regard to, you know, if you compare it with the stock's range. 10 cents a share isn't bad. You know, I wrote it down for this whole drop here. But beautiful example of the fade. Nice little fade here. Like I said, my risk area was 228 or so. And so, you know, good risk stop. Hey, appreciate it, NYC, appreciate it. Hey, appreciate it, Tiny. Appreciate it, NYC. And BLIN. Let's see how you're doing. Man, look at BLIN. This one's going crazy here. A few little BWAP bounces there. It's had a lot of resistance at 150, so let's see if it can break that for you. NYC, good luck with that one. I hope it works out for you. See what my entry was. 218 was my entry. So the problem is I got in a little early here on my 218 entry, and I wrote it down about to 208, 209, 208. And so I think I was a little bit early if I can critique this trade at all, but you know, a gain's a gain. I'll take it for sure. Mitch has work on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Morgan. So yeah, so he's not on the stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. He's on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. So he'll be back tomorrow. All right, another little fade on MTSL. And like I said, like you probably heard me say before, usually with the fade, it a lot of times it happens more than once. And so even, I just now thought of it, but a way to approach this could be to wait for the first fade and then try to get it on the second fade once it kind of confirms that this one, can fade, can fulfill the VWAP fade. And so you can see another fade back up here on MTSL, back up to 220, and then it fades back down, so not too bad. GES ran pretty big, and it's holding the VWAP GES here. ZYNE maybe for a VWAP rejection here on this bounce up to the VWAP here. Maybe a little late to enter it, but that doesn't look too bad. CRON is fully reversing here. CRON is testing the highs of the day at 211, so kind of looks interesting. And this is really why, like if you see me trade, this is really why I only like using the VWAP fade for long setups, because at that point long setups are extended and they're overextended, right? And so that's why I use the VWAP fade strictly on long setups most of the time, because you can see with CRON when it's a big gap down or when bullish gap ups, like I only use the VWAP fade when it's gapping up as opposed to gapping down, because you can see when it's gapping down like CRON, it's a little bit extended on the downside. And so for instance, like this would have looked like a good VWAP fade here, but since the gap down was so much, it's just so extended on the downside that it has to come back. And so that's why it's important to give yourself rules with each trade. Every time you see it, it's not going to work. And like I said, I think the reason this didn't work is because it was down so much in pre-market. You can see the fade here, but it just failed. But that's because it's gapping down so much, where the ones that worked for me were gapping up. And so they're overextended on the upside, and so it's easier to short, if that makes sense. Tefs charges you $15 a month for their platform. Sam. So yeah, Tefs charge you $15 a month for your platform. And yeah, guys, remember, one of the ways we support this channel is we support this channel by, we refer people over to TradeNet, and we do make a small commission. And, so if you want to sign up through TradeNet, you actually do get an incentive to sign up, though. Like, if you sign up through TradeNet through us, you get 10% off. And so, you do have an incentive to do it. And like I said, we do make a small commission if you want to sign up through Tefs to TradeNet. And so I'll post the link there if anybody's interested in signing up. I think you guys probably know me well enough to know I'm still honest with regard to Tefs and TradeNet. Like, the biggest problem with Tefs and TradeNet is that some stocks are not tradable, specifically low volume stocks. And so out of 10 stocks on my watch list today, 3 of them, 30% of them were not tradable. So 3 out of 10 were not tradable. And that's the biggest problem. It's still worthwhile for me because really cheap commissions, cheap platform, great fills, a lot of shorts. And so it's kind of the perfect broker for me, but it may not be perfect for you. If you only like trading really cheap penny stocks under $1, it's probably not the right broker for you. But if you trade like me and like trading, stocks in between $2 to $30, it might be a decent option. But yeah, here's the link if you want 10% off Tefs and TradeNet. There's the link in the chat. If you sign up through me, you get 10% off. I do make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support the channel, you can go through that link. But even if you don't like me and you don't want to help support the channel, you can just go to tradenet.com and sign up that route. And I don't think you'll get the 10% off, but you can still sign up that route if you hate me, But yeah, man, I'm excited, guys. I gotta say, I'm really, really excited. I have never done this well in trading, never done this well. In the last 2 weeks, I've had one losing day. I'm averaging one losing day a week, in the last month. I've had better than 70% accuracy rate in the last month. And so that's huge for me. You know, it's finally time that I can actually start profiting from my trading, which is huge. I'm super excited about it. Everything's documented live on stream, and so I can't hide anything from you. If you think I'm lying about this profits, just go back and watch the streams. I can't lie about it. You know, you can see my account balance, you can see my trades, and so I'm really excited, guys. I just got to say, I'm super excited that I'm finally showing profits. BLIN NYC is up. I hope you're making some money with this one on BLIN. It just broke the highs of the day. We'll see if it holds support at 150 now. Looks good. Yeah, it's pretty cheap, Sam. AEO VWAP projection. What do you think? Let me check it out. Yeah, kind of like that one. It doesn't look bad. It is a VWAP rejection, so it's good to see that you're identifying the difference between the fade and the rejection, and this is a rejection. Honestly, the real rejection was right here. You know, the real rejection was right here. Let me remove this one and get a little bit better. This was the real rejection. That's really the one to get into, just because the risk to reward is so good. You can set your risk here. But this one didn't look bad. It just didn't quite touch it. That one right there. But it still doesn't look bad, honestly. We don't hate you, dude. We love you. We will propose one day, man. Appreciate it, Jay. I think. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited. You know, really showing some consistency lately, guys, and it's huge for me. You know, it's something I've been building towards for years now, and the fact that, and you know, honestly, one day the market will probably change, and the VWAP fade won't work as well. And that's okay, because at this point I understand the process, right? And the process is simply finding your niche, finding a setup, back testing that setup. Once you know that setup has a legitimate edge, find good risk to reward in those setups, and then just rinse and repeat. And that's the realistic path for a trader. You got to back test. You have to back test your setups. And like I always say, don't listen to me. You know what I mean? Don't trust me. Be skeptical of me and backtest the setups yourself. You know, if you backtest them yourself, you won't have to rely on anybody, and you'll really know if the setup has an edge or not. You know, because if you just follow somebody on the internet, you don't know whether that setup is legitimate. All you can do to really know is to backtest your own setups. And that way you really know if it has an edge or not. Yeah, hey, Tiny. Sometimes no trade is a good no trade is a good trade, honestly. NYC, I hope you're riding this up here. I know you said you were in BLIN. I hope you were long, and I hope you're riding it up. Nice, NYC. You're out at 160. Hey, 20 cents is nothing to nothing to scoff at, man. That's a good gain. Good job. Nice trade. Yeah, Fridays are kind of tough though, Keegan. Fridays are one of those days where the volume is generally pretty low. You know, and so Fridays a lot of people are off, taking the weekend off, and you know, a lot of times the volume's really low. And so that may be why you don't do so well on Fridays. But every trader kind of has their kryptonite day. Usually mine is actually Wednesday. It's like my kryptonite. I can rarely do well on a Wednesday. But I did well this Wednesday. At least this Wednesday, I had a break-even day. You know, or no, actually, this Wednesday I was up yesterday. Yeah, I made money yesterday, so yeah. But Wednesdays are usually my kryptonite. I think everybody kind of has their kryptonite day. Yeah, that's beautiful. I can't wait for myself to be consistently profitable. It'll happen if you stick with it, Kaz. At least it did for me. You know, like I've been trading for 2 years, about a year regularly every day in the market. And, you know, I think I've explained it before. Like, trading's kind of one of those things where it's like, the only thing you can do is hope that it's actually a profitable thing, right? Like, deep down inside, I feel like every trader really kind of questions whether, you know, not only if day trading in and of itself can be profitable, but if they can be profitable. And, if you work towards it and kind of just back test a good setup and find one with an edge, work on improving that setup and entering and exiting that setup over and over again, you can be a profitable trader. And I'm kind of proof of that here because honestly, I didn't think I would ever get here, and I'm finally here, and it's huge for me. I'm so excited about it, man. I can't overstress how exciting it is just because I didn't think I would ever be here. I was explaining it to my wife, right? And, I was explaining to my wife, like, yeah, like, of course I wanted to be profitable, but part of me kind of thought that I might just continue to throw money at this thing and just lose a bunch of money until I finally have my spirit broken and I just give up, right? I just lose all that money and I just give up and it never works, right? And so to be here is really cool, and sorry I keep talking about it, but it's super exciting for me. Hey, appreciate it, Corey. Hey, I try, brother. I try, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate it, man. That's tough, James. Hey, brother, there'll be other setups, man. There'll be other setups. I mean, I feel you, Assad. Listen, man, it's not that I'm too confident in the VWAP fade, man. It's just, like, honestly, I'm confident in the VWAP fade because I know it works, right? Like, if you watch me trade, all I trade is the VWAP fade. And like I said, like, this last 2 months, this last month, I'm over 70% accuracy. I'm averaging one losing day a week. And so, like I said, I'm not saying it's going to always work. And, the market constantly changes. But, every trader has their own style. You know what I mean? If mine's a scalping style, so be it. But it works. And, honestly, man, you just got to let me be happy. Like, I'm happy. I'm actually profitable, and it's huge. And, yeah, if I use bigger sizing, like 2,000, 3,000 shares, it might not work as well. But that's a long way from now. And like I said, if one doesn't work, I understand the process of back testing the setup now and looking for risk to reward. And so I think that's huge. And I'm really excited about it. So sorry if I talk about it all the time, but I'm excited about it, man. I haven't really used U-Stock trade in a while just because I'm more of a short bias trader. But yeah, man, Abdul, it's kind of hard not to be really confident in a setup when like day after day you're just kind of showing consistent profits day after day using that setup. And so, and it's not even I'm scalping, that's true, right? So you can see I am scalping some of these trades. But a lot of times what I really need to work on is holding these trades longer. Like if you look at MTSL, the exact trade I shorted, it kept falling, right? If you look at a lot of the stocks that I trade, they keep falling. And I need to work on holding them longer. Biggest mistake today was selling MTSL too early. But regardless of what kind of strategy I'm using, it's good risk to reward in these setups, right? So like, look, this is good risk to reward, and it's just good risk to reward, right? I can set my risk at 228. If I get in at 224 or even 220, that's an 8-cent risk. Rewards all the way down to 210. And so, 223 to 228, not bad. Good risk to reward. And so this is kind of what happens each time with these setups, right? So really the entry here would have been 223. So 223 to 228 is 5-cent risk. And then reward is down from 223 to 210. And so 13-cent reward. So better than 2 to 1. And regardless of what kind of style I have trading, whether I'm a scalper, whether I, am a longer term holder, whether I'm trading momentum, regardless of what style I have, if it has good risk to reward, it'll be profitable in the long run. And so if I'm holding to those levels, which I'm not, and that's something I do need to work on. No, so Navik, $26 profit with broker fees. Broker fees aren't included, but broker fees are $3, right? And so out of this $26, I take home $23 net. And so yeah, over $20 still net profit. Still most of that is net because commissions on TEFs and TradeNet is so cheap that I can take 200-300 shares and make 20-30 bucks and keep a majority of it. And so at this point, I'm just kind of scaling up. Today I'm happy. The big thing today is I actually used 300 shares again. I used 300 shares yesterday, and I took a little bit larger gain out of that. And so if I would have held this thing all the way down, which I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing, it would have been a much bigger gain. And yeah, like I said, that's something I need to work on. But, I'm just happy to have another profitable day in the books. I appreciate the sub, Dracornelius and Dulio. Appreciate it, guys. What is your win-loss rate using VWAP fade prior to 2 weeks ago? Let's look at it, man. We can look at it. I just try to be transparent. I'm really not trying to hide anything from anybody. And, I'm still a fairly new trader. Like, I've been trading for about a year every day. About 2 years total, but about a year every day. And so I still consider myself a new trader, honestly. Now, today's trade wasn't included, so prior to 2 weeks ago, let's see. All right, so 3 weeks ago, let's look at 3 weeks. This is my my P&L from 3 weeks ago. 1, 2, 3, 4 profitable trades and 3 losing trades. So what is that? 7. So 4 out of 7 profitable trades, at least gross profit. And so that is so 3 weeks ago, my average is 57% win rate, which still, honestly, it may seem not like bad, but a 50% win rate is actually pretty legitimate in trading. That's pretty good. The week before that, I think, was actually a bad week. Yeah, the week before that was a losing week. But, the last month has been pretty good. Let's look at it. And I'm also not including today's trades in this. But yeah, the last month, I'm definitely showing some consistent profits here. So let's see. Let's count it. 27 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 if you include today. So 19 out of 28 for this month, for the month of August. So a 67% win rate in the last month of August. And so not too shabby. I'll definitely take that. TEUM fade or rejection. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Fade. This is a fade, but the volume's so low I'd be very, very careful with it. But this is a fade. The reason it's a fade is because it's in a bearish trend. Bearish trend here. Pull back to the VWAP. Continuation down. That's a bearish trend, though. So a VWAP rejection, if I look at AEO, this is a VWAP rejection, right? Bullish trend. Hold on, let me draw it. Bullish trend. Break under the VWAP. Pull back to the VWAP. Wash back down. So this is a rejection. AEO, bullish trend. Pull back under VWAP. Gets rejected. Flushes back down. TEUM is a bearish trend, so it's essentially just a bear flag with a pullback to the VWAP. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, Omid. Yeah, that's the biggest flaw with U stock trade. The biggest flaw is that limited liquidity severely kind of hurts you because you can't trade a lot of the big movers. I'm looking at GES right now. It looks kind of like a VWAP rejection here. And again, bullish trend, break under the VWAP, pull back to it. Good risk to reward. And so if you got in this trade, risk would be at, let's see, risk would be at probably 26.15, maybe if you want to get a little loose with it, 26.30. And so that is about 15 to 30 cent risk, with 26 down to 25.10, and so 90 cent reward. So almost 3 to 1 risk to reward. Even if you set your risk here for 30 cent risk and you get in at 26, here to here is your risk. Your reward is at least down to here, and so better than 2 to 1, even if you set your reward for a little bit tighter and your risk a little bit looser. And so, you know, I think I've said it before. The VWAP rejection, it doesn't have quite as good of an accuracy rate as the VWAP fade. Like, it doesn't work as much as the VWAP fade, but it usually has a pretty good risk to reward for GES, for instance. I hope that makes sense. Hey, appreciate it, Draco. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm getting there, brother. I'm still a new trader. I don't want to get too confident because, you know, the market seems to kind of humble you if you get too cocky with your setups. And so I'm just trying to be happy for myself and, just trying to stay calm, not take any unnecessary risks, and slowly scale up my sizing. Honestly, at this point, my goal is just to bring this TEFS account up to net profit. And it's been slow, but I'm getting there, you know. John, keep being successful. Don't stress the extra profit you miss. Go in with a plan and execute it. Keep getting faded with the VWAP too. It works for you, man. Hey, for sure, brother. It works. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. Please re-explain a bear flag again. A bear flag is just a flag pattern in a bearish trend. Like the probably best way I can explain a bear flag is just by looking at the SPY, finding a down day. Let's see. Yeah, this is a bear flag right here. I'm gonna bring up the 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart probably be a little bit better. But yeah, bear flag is just this. Bear flag, pull, bear flag, you know. Kind of like a staircase pattern is the best way you can describe it. A bear flag is like a downward staircase, and a bull flag is like a upward staircase, right? And so a flag is just, you see the flag here? This is the flag. That's the flag right there, the shaded part. You know, down, flag, down, flag. What was I looking at? TEUM. AMRN. Yeah. AMRN. This looks like a fade. I do want to say I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable for any losses you take. You always have to make your own assessment of the market and trade responsibly. I don't give investment advice for profit. Now, with that being said, AMRN looks like a good fade, but the place to enter this one would have been up here. You know, you could set your risk at 322, giving you about a 4-cent risk, but the range is small, and a reward of 8 cents. So 2 to 1. You know, risk is here at 4 cents, reward is down here, 8 cents below your entry. So 2 to 1. 2 to 1 reward to risk ratio. And I just calculated on the fly. Somebody asked me if I use spreadsheets. I just look at the next resistance level. In this case, it would be 322. If it breaks that, I'm out. You know, if it and then my goal is at the low of the day, which is 8 cents below it. So 4-cent risk from here to here. So 4 cents, 8-cent reward from here to here. But like I said, you would have to get in right at the top for that to be good risk to reward. If you get in right now, it's about break even. It's about 1 to 1 if you got in now. So How can I find stocks breaking the market, breaking the high of the day like BLIN? I mean, honestly, I just kind of keep an eye on it. Like, I have my watch list. BLIN, I think, was on my watch list. And so, you know, the reason I noticed BLIN is because I had pulled it up because NYC, I believe, stated she was getting in BLIN. Look at TLRY for the kind of the macro VWAP projection. Yeah, this is another example of a VWAP rejection, right? Bullish trend, pull back under the VWAP, push back to the VWAP here. I would enter it here, but like I said, it's way too late, but enter it here. But yeah, Abby, I mean, there's lots of free scanners. You know, check out SnapTrade. Obviously, SnapTrade is an awesome free scanner. And also check out, you know, Arian's World puts a free trade idea scanner on YouTube. And so, Abby, go check out this YouTube channel. I just posted the link in the chat. This guy, he streams. He joins us. He's a member of our stream a lot of the time too. But yeah, he live streams his trade idea scanner, and I think there's a high of the day scan on that one, so you can kind of watch that if you're interested in that too. Plus, check out SnapTrade. The big thing to look at on SnapTrade is the volume change percentage to kind of give you an idea of the stocks to watch for that potential breakout. Nice, Omid. Hey, congrats, brother. That's huge, man. The important thing is you did the work, man. You did the work, brother, and now you know it works. What's up, Baron? Yeah, I think the scan is from the day before. But yeah, so been doing much better. I'm really excited for my trading. And it's not that I'm too confident, Abdul. It's just that I'm really excited about it, man. It's been a long time coming here, and I'm just excited to finally be kind of profitable here. You know, last 3 weeks are really kind of been huge weeks for me. I've only had 3 losing trades in the last 3 weeks, which is huge. You know, I think that's the last 3 weeks. Yeah, just about the last almost 3 weeks. I've had 3 losing trades. And so like I said, I'm averaging 1 losing trade a week, or 1 losing day a week. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, we got 12, 3 out of 12. So 9 out of 12 are profitable. So yeah, 75% accuracy rate in the last 3 weeks. I'm excited about that. That's huge. Hey, all right, Tiny. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. About Cron at 11:40. I mean, who knows, man? I don't want to tell you if it's a good or bad trade. You know. Honestly, though, AMRN is really, really tempting right here. Facebook. Facebook, I mean, I really don't mess with Facebook that much. It's just too expensive for me. But man, look at Facebook going on a huge run this morning. I'm watching the cannabis stocks. A lot of these cannabis stocks have been fading here. So, like, for instance, TLRY, rejection, CGC, rejection, VWAP rejection here. CRON had a fade, I think. CRON. This is kind of a fade, kind of a rejection. I don't know what you would call it, but rejection there. And so yeah, the cannabis stocks have been bearish all day. Not really. I haven't been yeah, I mess around with options sometimes, man. Like I've traded them a few times. I've had mixed results. It's not something I'm not, I do well day trading. I really don't do well holding stocks overnight. I just don't. And so the only time like I'll on Webull I traded Webull. But the only way I really traded it is getting in an after hours or pre-market and trading it that route. Just because I've never been able to do that with any broker, trade in pre-market or after hours. And so I used Webull for the pre-market and after hours trading with zero commissions. Robinhood, I've traded options on Robinhood a few times. I mean, I can use. I think Webull is fine. I mean, I got used to. I liked using Webull. I actually really did enjoy it. I think the last month or so, I've been focused on building up these this Tefs account though, just because, I've actually seen potential in my trading in the last few months, and so I've been really just trying to focus on these accounts, studying as much as I can, and focusing on making good trades with these accounts, and kind of ignoring everything else for right now. No, I mean I started trading in 2016, and so I've never traded in anything like that. The closest I've probably come is back in January when we had that little mini crash. I shorted the SPY a little bit, and so when I shorted the SPY a little bit and made a little bit of money back in January with that little mini crash. But aside from that, I mean, I don't really. I'm just a short-term trader, intraday short-term day trader. So, real quick though, today's news was brought to you by Snaptrade. That's SNAPTRADE.US. And so if you want my watch list shared with you each morning, all you have to do is go to Snaptrade. Might be lagging a little bit here. Let me pull it back up. There we go. And so yeah, I've been sharing my watch list with everybody on Snaptrade and building my watch list. And it's a really awesome free resource for traders to take advantage of. I can create my own subset of watch lists, one for swing trading, one for morning watch, one for VWAP fade, one for high of the day breaks. People can share their watch list with me, and so you see Ben has shared his swing trading watch list with me. And so they were really smart. Snaptrade was really smart in the fact that they combined all these different elements. Like they combined watch list building with scanners, with top list, with a social element as well. And I thought that was really smart for them to do. There's also a scanner for you to take advantage of here. You can see there's all these different filters like P&E, market cap, sector, price level, where the 3-day trend is. And there's also the discovery section as well. And what this ultimately does is it analyzes the stocks and finds the top stocks in the market by analyzing, their volume change percentage, their 14 change percentage, the technical signal strength. And so you really get a good top list, and you can even edit and filter this top list. So if I only wanted to look at high volume gainers, I could select that in a bullish trend with at least 10 million in volume. I could select that and it would show me those stocks. And so a really smart tool for traders to take advantage of, so go check them out. I've also been using them to check out the news on the stocks. And so for instance, if I want to see the news on my watch list, all I have to do is click watch list there, and it shows me all the news releases on my watch list. And so a really awesome free site. And like I said, if you want my Snaptrade watch list shared with you earlier in the market day, earlier in the morning as opposed to the stream, just let me know and I'll add you to that list. And let's see, I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat. But yeah, Snaptrade did sponsor today's video, so if you want to go help support this channel, go check out Snaptrade, and it does help support us. There's the link to Snaptrade, but yeah, let me check back on the chat. Yeah, I think they're probably gonna put one out. They're probably going to add a desktop platform sometime in the future. I appreciate the sub, Sarush and Brenda. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, and girls, I should say. Yeah, I'm not sure about dividends on Webull, Baron. I would think they should put out a desktop platform though. Webull app needs to be simplified for put in orders. By the time I do a market order, price move 3 points. If you stock trade and Webull got together, then we have an amazing app. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I think Webull is a good mix of like. I like the fact that Webull actually has a. You can actually put study indicators and candlesticks on your charts on Webull, and so it's like, you know, with Robinhood, you kind of got to rely on other charting softwares, but Webull actually allows you to, you know, Webull actually allows you to put study indicators on your charts, get in and pre-market and after hours. I may be a little bit biased though. Webull is a previous sponsor of mine, and so I may be a little bit biased, but I like Webull. IQ. Yeah, IQ starting to break out here. CRON pulling all the way back to 11.55. I heard somebody say they got in this one at 11.40. And so I hope they still held that one. Looking for rejection on CRON. Yeah, it looks okay. It's the third flag though, so I don't want to pressure you to do anything. I'm just going to let you stick with your trade and hold back my opinion on it. The only thing is, it actually does look like it might be a good fade, so don't get me wrong. But with the third flag, I always am a little skeptical after the third flag pattern. But CRON is definitely in a bearish trend at this point, and you know, it doesn't look bad for a short. I do think it's going to bounce to the VWAP at least, though. If I want to give you credit for my sub to Snaptrade, what name should I use? I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, Brenda, sorry. Sometimes I say man or dude, and it's not. I know you're a woman, and so sorry for saying man, but you don't have to worry about it. Like, I don't make any money if somebody signs up to Snaptrade through me. They've been a sponsor of mine, and they really do help support this channel, and so they've been a sponsor of mine. And so really, if you signed up, that's great, and I really appreciate it. But I don't get any credit if anybody signs up through me. So you don't have to worry about that. If you signed up, that's enough to just help support me and help support this channel because they're a sponsor of mine, if that makes sense. Yeah, for sure, James. Just if you want me to add you to my Snaptrade list, and you as well, Brenda, if y'all want me to add you to the Snaptrade list, just post your username or email in the chat. If you don't want to put it through the chat, you can send me a message on Facebook or Twitter. At Beginner Trades is my handle, at Beginner Trades, so Beginner Trades. And you can send me your email or username on there if you don't want people in the chat to see it. But either way, I'll add you to the list. But I appreciate the thought anyways, Brenda. I really do. I really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, man, it was really tempting to get in AMRN here, and I just didn't do it. I'm just sitting on my profits for the day, but nice little fade. Also CRON, you know, fading up there. Yeah, Brenda, it's just kind of a habit, you know. It's just kind of a habit. I call my wife dude, and so you know, if it makes you feel any better, I call my wife dude sometimes, just out of habit and just kind of reaction. CGC. Yeah, CGC. You know, had a little fade there, came back down to the low, pulled back. Yeah, I bet that has happened, Brenda. Hey, well, good for you for you know, staying strong through it and not worrying about it so much. I mean, to guys' credit, it's just a habit, you know. Like it's kind of a filler word. Like you say something, you follow it up with man or dude. Like I appreciate it, man, or I appreciate it, dude. It's just a filler word. All right, guys. Well, I'm probably not gonna jump in anything else. I'm just gonna keep my gain on the day. And so yeah, Mitch should be back to join us tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go ahead and close it down, guys. I'm probably not gonna jump in anything else, and you know, I'm just gonna sit on my profits. Not too shabby this week. Hey, we'll see if I can have the perfect week and finish the week out perfect. So if I can have a green day tomorrow, that's 5 out of 5 profitable days this week. So we'll see if I can do that. No pressure though. I mean, I'm not gonna pressure myself too, but because it's already a winning week, and so I just want to look for good setups. So we'll see if that happens. If you haven't already, guys, hit the subscribe button. I day trade live on stream every weekday morning starting at 8:45 a.m. market time. And so if you want to see me day trade live, see if I can finish the week out perfect for tomorrow, make sure you join us tomorrow morning at the same time at 8:40, 8:45 market time. Also, if you want to help support this channel, click the like button right now on this video. I do appreciate it if you click the like button, and it does help support us. And so click the like button if you want to show your support. Also, if you're interested in signing up to TradeNet, you can get 10% off if you go through me. We do make a small commission from it, but if you want to help support the channel, you can go through that link, and you do get an incentive for it. You can get 10% off. At the same time, like you guys probably know, I try to be as honest as I can. The biggest flaw with TradeNet in TEFs is that some stocks are not tradable. Like for instance, out of today's watch list, 3 out of 10 were not tradable, so about 30% of the stocks on my watch list this morning were not tradable. But it's not a deal breaker for me, but you do want to understand that before signing up. And I'll go ahead and post the link in the chat. But yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. We'll see if I can finish the week out perfect tomorrow. Out of 5 out of 5 profitable days this week. I'm happy I used 300 shares. Got to, you know, continue to use 300 shares tomorrow and just kind of work towards getting used to 300 shares. I don't think I'm quite used to using it yet. I still get pretty nervous in those trades where I have to use 300 shares. And so at this point, it's just about building that comfort level with that bigger sizing and starting to kind of just slowly start scaling up more and more. You know, eventually I'm going to move up to 400 shares and then 500 shares, and hopefully one day 1,000 shares, 2,000 shares, and so forth and so on. And so we'll see how that goes. That's my plan. Nice work, everybody, today. I know a lot of people made some money. Even if you didn't, you know, there's always tomorrow. The great thing about trading is tomorrow's a brand new day, guys. Just remember to protect those accounts and look for good risk to reward setups. And you know, you all have this, guys. You got this. And yeah, good luck for the rest of the day. I'll see you all later. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. All right, NYC. Hey, nice trade today on BLIN. Good work. Good work. You're showing some green too today, so nice work, NYC. Have a good day. I'll see you all tomorrow.